Hi everybody, this is teacher Felipe Velasquez speaking to you. I'm going to talk today about the importance of grammar, how important it is to learn grammar. I mean, this is a very debatable thing as when we learned our native language, we didn't use grammar. So our parents never sat in front of us to tell us, okay, today I'm going to teach you the present simple when we were babies. Of course, this was not the way we learned our native language. Basically, we learned it by repetition, imitation, etc. So, but is it useful to learn grammar? Well, I'm going to give you my point of view. For this presentation, yes, I have prepared different contents. So basically we have the presentation, the definition of grammar, the importance of learning grammar, the uses of grammar, advantages of learning grammar, the disadvantages of learning grammar, and conclusion, and acknowledgements. Okay, so first review what grammar is, its importance, why to study it, why not to study it, and a conclusion. So grammar. Grammar is the system of and structure of a language. So if we analyze the definition that the Cambridge Dictionary gives us, we will see that grammar is the study of or use of the rules about how words change their form and combine with other words to make sentences. So basically, it's the systematic um, use of a language in order to transmit meaning, to convey meaning. So why it is important to learn grammar? Number one, because it ensures clarity in communication. So when we use grammar proficiently, we can transmit our ideas much better to others. We can convey meaning, so with clarity. So number two, it avoids misunderstandings. Remember that miss before a word means error. So we will deliver meaning with clarity and without errors. Okay. So number three, it builds credibility. Those people who know how to use grammar well, who know how to use a grammar proficiently and construct ideas with clarity and meaning, are seen as people with great knowledge. They are knowledgeable people. They are considered as that. Then we have that it is essential for academic and professional success. When you master grammar, you can get a certification in the knowledge of the language. Um, you can write text much better, and it can give you the upper hand when you are looking for a promotion at work and to participate in exchange programs when you are at university. What are the uses of grammar? Well, basically, grammar helps us to construct meaningful sentences, as I have said. So it facilitates language analysis and enhances comprehension. So for example, when we are studying complex texts, so when we know grammar, we can use like divide an idea in its components so that we can analyze it much better and get the full meaning of what the sentences want to deliver. So facilitates language analysis and enhances comprehension. The third use is it aids in learning languages. Normally, when we learn our first language, we don't use grammar. However, with the passing of time, so when we are in middle school, for example, in junior high school, we start learning grammar, and it is really important for us uh, to communicate much better, to start tackling or dealing with more complex texts. We can start reading novels. Um, and we can communicate much better. So it aids in learning languages. So, and it enhances writing and speaking proficiency. So enhance is to improve, to do something much better. The advantages of learning grammar. So it improves language proficiency. It enhances written and oral communication. I have mentioned before. It helps in understanding complex texts. It builds confidence in formal communication. So the better you know grammar, the more you know grammar, the better you can communicate and you will feel more confident while speaking, while writing. So because you know that you are writing without mistakes, you are communicating without any flaws. So it is a strategic advantage over native speakers and competitors. So I have worked in several companies, not only I have worked as an English teacher, so I have done so many other things, other activities in other companies. And I have noticed that those people who are proficient in in mastering um, grammar are they can take, or the companies can use this as a differentiator, as a factor that differentiates one person from the others. So and you know that certain positions require higher abilities or skills to communicate, and those who are proficient in the use of grammar sometimes are considered, um, or many times already, they are considered uh, as more powerful competitors over the others. Okay, so what are the disadvantages of learning grammar? So of course, uh, learning grammar brings some disadvantages. Number one is time consuming and complex. So if we just want to learn a language by learning grammar, it will take a very long time. So it will be a very slow process. Um, so I don't recommend learning a language by just focusing on grammar. Grammar is a complement to learn a language, but it must not be the main focus of it. So the main focus of learning a language should be communicating ideas. Later, with time, little by little, you can go improving your grammar. It this overemphasis may hinder uh, your advancement in learning a language. So remember that there is something that we call paralysis for analysis. So many times you stop your communication, or you don't want to talk with others because you don't want to make mistakes. So and there are people who say, oh no, I am not sure if what I'm going to say or what I'm going to write is correct, so I should better wait. Okay, so it may lead to procrastination. There are people who say, well, so if I am not a master in grammar, so I should better leave it for later. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not going to study the language right now. So I should give more time to the learning of the grammar, so before I can continue learning how to communicate. Well, so on the other hand, it also produces anxiety. So we have seen that throughout many years of teaching the language, that students who focus on the learning of grammar and teachers who focus on the teaching of grammar normally bring about stress and a high amount of stress to students. Yeah, so this also makes students feel overwhelmed, because they say this is a heavy load on my shoulders to carry, and it may lead to frustration. Why? Because the students are saying, "Oh, I anytime that I want to communicate, my teachers always correct me and they tell me this is not good. This is I am wrong. My boss says that I cannot communicate efficiently." So, then it may produce frustration in the learning of a language. So, in my conclusion is that grammar is the backbone of a language, of course. However, we have to take this with a pinch of salt, which means we have to take it little by little, carefully. Yes. So first focusing on communicating. So and then having a balance with the mastering of of English grammar. So then first focus on communicating, and we as teachers must motivate our students to communicate, even if it is with mistakes, as long as you are understanding what your students are trying to say. Okay, so congratulate them, so praise them, and keep motivating them to communicate. So focus on giving them feedback, focus on giving them correction, of course, but gradual correction, a correction that is motivating, not one that causes frustration in students. So this is my point of view about grammar. So of course it is important, so I may say, but of course classes must not be focused on grammar. So basically, and I will teach later, I will give examples on how to teach grammar in a class. So it is not the way the way I teach grammar is not the way I taught many times, many years before. So, or the way many teachers love grammar and think that grammar is vital for the learning of a language. Do like, for example, today we are going to learn the present simple, and the present simple is like blah 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 blah. 30 minutes of giving a speech, yes, and this is torturing. So maybe people who are watching this video may say, but this is the way you taught before. Yeah, this is a processing of all teachers must follow. Yes, but then we find the right way to teach. Well, I hope that you have liked this video. Thanks for your attention, and don't forget to follow us in on our social media websites. Yeah, for example, we have here YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, yes, TikTok. Thanks for your attention, and see you next time.